kapatid, mega love shout out everyone. So meron naman tayong mensahe ngayon, shout out mga ka-TMB. So meron naman tayong topic ngayon. So topic natin ngayon is 4 reasons God let your heart get broken. So again, kung masasaktan ka man mga kapatid, this is for you. God have a message for you today. So ito yung mga lessons bakit hinahayaan ka ng Panginoon na masasaktan ka, di ba? Hinahayaan ka ng Panginoon na sasaktan ka ng isang tao, di ba? Ang sabi dito sa John, meron siyang verse, John 5:21-22. Ano ba yung mga sinasabi ng Panginoon? Bakit kanya hinahayaan ng masasaktan? Or to say about broken hearted. Merong 4 reason or why God let your heart get broken by someone. First, God may have let you get your heart broken to show you He works all things to good, for good. So, kung tao lang talaga yung titingnan natin mga kapatid, everything from that human, from that woman is mga mas sa pangit lang. But God let you heartbroken because He want you to show you He works all things for good. So ginagawa, kaya niyang gawin yung mga bagay na tama. Si God lang makagawa nun. For those who love Him, there are spiritual eternal truths that are so important that God will allow painful earthly circumstances to occur if we need it to learn these truths. God allow emotionally difficult things to occur if you life it seems you may learn the eternal truth that will benefit you forever. So alam ng Panginoon na lahat tayo ay dumadaan sa mga pagsubok, di ba? One of those truth which is important is that God can turn bad into good. So para kanino lang ba yung kayang gawin ng Diyos na yung mga masasama or mga pangit, pwede niyang gawin na mabubuti or mas buti? To those who love Him. So, kung mahal mo ang Panginoon, kasi kung nagmahal ka ng tao, minsan kasi sa atin kasi, pag may minamahal tayo, is nakalimutan natin na mahal pala tayo ng Panginoon. You have probably heard that truth before, but I want to emphasize the praises for those who love Him. So, magkakaroon ka lang pala ng unlimited love, forbidden love, kung once mahalin mo yung Panginoon. God is not the cutting blank checks for everyone in the world. God's goodness extends to humanity in many ways, but His special grace only affects to those who love Him. So kailangan pala natin, unahin pala natin siya pagmahal para ang the rest ay susunod na. Diba? Water has the power to refresh anyone, but water only refreshes to those who drink it. So, di ba kung for example ikaw gusto mo uminom ng tubig, hindi ka makakainom kung hindi mo ito inumin. Ganon din sa pagmamahal. Kung hindi mo mahalin ang Panginoon, hindi ka magkaroon ng pagmamahal na forever. Likewise, God can turn anything for good for anyone, but according to Romans 8, only to those who love God will experience God's power working for them in this way. There's a lot of people passing by, di ba mga kapatid? But according so, yun, isipin natin na magkakaroon lang pala tayo ng pagmamahal. So kung ikaw meron kang minamahal ngayon, isipin mo muna, mahalin mo muna si Lord, mahalin mo muna sarili mo bago yung tao na nagiging part ng buhay mo. Di ba? So, mamahalin tayo ng Panginoon, mamahalin tayo ng isang tao pag once minahal natin ang Diyos, minahal natin, wala naman sinasabi dito na sarili, pero love yourself. Only those who love Him, nagkaroon ka ng pagmamahal pag once minamahal mo Panginoon. You will experience the full goodness of God unless you truly love and follow Him. Susundin mo siya through the storms of your life. Minsan kasi sa atin is dadanas tayo ng mga pagsubok, di ba? Meron tayo, so pag once danas tayo ng pagsubok, merong ibang napapakamatay na, merong iba na, kasi nga, wala silang Panginoon sa buhay nila. You have to remain faithful to God's experience, diba? Fullness of God unless you truly love Him. So, through every experience of life, including through the pain of broken-hearted, God is constantly seeking to show us that He can turn anything from good if we keep loving Him, no matter what. So, unahin pala natin siya pagmahal para lahat ng mga pinapangarap natin na pagmamahal is mabigay sa atin. If you let the heartbreak turn you from God, you will not experience His goodness. So, kung mahalin mo lang yung tao tapos hindi mo mahal ang Panginoon, minsan kasi sa atin is, pag once merong nagmamahal sa atin, meron tayong jowa, meron tayong asawa, meron tayong mga ganun ba, di ba? Makakalimutan natin na meron palang Panginoon nagmamahal sa atin. What does it mean love God? For this is the love of God, that we keep His commandments to experience. You can't rebel against God when your relationship with. So, pag once hindi mo una mahalin yung Panginoon, magkakaroon ka ng relationship skills. When you don't get what you really wanted, you have to keep loving God. So He can show you that He alone is what our hearts need most. So siya ang most kailangan natin. Family, meron ka. Mga anak, meron ka. Asawa, meron ka. But God is the most love na kailangan ng bawat isa. So yun. So next, number 2, God may have let your heart broken by someone to expose a relationship idol in your life. So minsan kasi sa atin, hindi lang pala idol yung ibang, madami palang idol na sinasabi dito. Ang idols is when you love something more than we love God. So siloso ang Panginoon. So dapat unahin natin ang Panginoon bago yung iba, di ba? We will love God first before others. When we choose to love something more than God, the Lord will often show us mistake by allowing that idol to carry the weight of our deepest hope. Whenever you put false God in a test, it will always fail you. So pag once initsapuira natin yung Panginoon, for example, nag-focus na tayo sa tao na yun, or nag-focus tayo sa trabaho na yun, di ba? God will let to feel us, di ba? Minsan kasi mas mahal na natin yung trabaho natin, mas mahal na natin yung pamilya natin than God. Do you remember those toys? Di ba? Hindi pwede yung child where you put the shapes in the holes that fit to the shape. The circle will shape to the circle hole. The triangle shape with the triangle hole. The rectangle shapes fits in the rectangle hole. Likewise, the holy hole in your heart is God's shape. So, kayo lang pala ng Panginoon, yung dapat magmamay-ari sa puso mo, ikaw at saka siya. Di ba? Ikaw at siya lamang, wala nang iba, di ba? Wala nang iba, mga kapatid. So, kailangan natin na iuna natin siya i-idolize bago yung iba, di ba? Do you remember? Okay, so yun na yung sinasabi. And if you try to fill the hole that God is too small and simply falls through the hole rather than fitting properly and filling it, sometimes the only way for you to realize you have false God is the shape relationship with Him. God lets an idol fill you. So yun na, di ba? Magiging feel ka kung once papasukin mo o mamahalin mo yung isang bagay, mamahalin mo yung isang tao, mamahalin mo yung trabaho. God could have let someone break your heart to teach you no human can fill your heart. Diba? Sobrang anong verse dito, mga kapatid, walang tao na makapagbibigay sa iyo ng pagmamahal. Minsan nga meron mahal ka ng pamilya mo, mahal ka ng anak mo, mahal ka ng asawa mo, but there is empty pa din, mga kapatid. So God can fill your heart. So in 1 John 5:20-21 proclaims, and we know that the Son of God has come and has give us understanding so that we may know Him who is true. Okay? And we are in Him who is true, in His Son Jesus Christ. So always remember that, mga kapatid, He is the true God. God can also give us eternal life. Let the children keep yourself from idols. Then, so yun na, mga kapatid. Then number 3, God may allow you to get broken-hearted by someone to teach you and to listen to His warning. So God will only warn us so many times. Minsan kasi sa atin na kahit sobrang happy pa tayo, sobrang feel natin na ang ganda ng buhay natin. But God, hindi natin napapansin na minsan binibigyan na pala tayo ng mga warning ng Panginoon. God warn us so many times before allowing us to learn the hard way. For example, In Mark 14:26-31, Jesus did warn Peter that Peter was going to betray Jesus. Kung alam niyo itong story na to, but Peter did not listen. Di ba? Ang sabi ng Panginoon na, i-deny mo ako, pero ang sabi ni Peter, Lord, mahal kita, hindi kita kayang i-deny sa mga tao, di ba? So in Mark 14:32-42, Jesus warned Peter 3 times to pray for the strength to overcome the temptation ahead. Pero ang ginawa ni Peter, sabi niya, Lord, hindi kita. 3 times din niya sinabi sa Panginoon na hindi kita i-deny. Diba? And then Mark 14:66-72, just as Jesus warned Peter, then up and denying. So dumating yung panahon na dininay talaga ni Peter si Jesus. So likewise, if we ignore God's warning long enough, eventually we will experience the things God wants trying to warn us about. I grew up playing hockey. So, meron siyang story dito, hindi na natin babasahin mga kapatid. So you can only ignore God warning so long before He lets you learn the lesson the harder way. So kaya dumadaan tayo sa mga problema para maisip natin na mayroon palang Panginoon. Di ba? Someone gets hurt because that person keep ignoring God's warning. So kung dumadanas ka ng mga kasakitan, dumadanas ka ng broken heart, not only for God, not only for loved ones. For example, nananggalan ka ng trabaho, masasaktan ka, di ba? God let someone get hurt because the person keep ignoring God's warning. Minsan nakakalimutan natin mag-pray sa Kanya, minsan nakalimutan natin magbigay ng mga tithes sa Kanya or giving back to Him. So next, number 4, God may have let your heart you're broken, He overruled your desires and kindness. So gusto niyang maging straight yung buhay mo mga kapatid. Alam niyang na meron kang nasa puso na so relationship are so difficult to maintain over time because the two people in this relationship always change over time. Yes, humans never remain exactly the same. Who you are today will be little different than who you are tomorrow. Siyempre, di ba? We are human. Sabi nga nila, ang ano kasi natin is tao lang tayo, nagkakamali. My point is, God alone knows the future. So, only God knows our future. And in kindness, God often looks ahead in ways we cannot do. When He sees something down on the line that we are unable to see, He takes that into account and ways that we are unable to do. So God in kindness often ways no to things want no, because He knows in the future we won't feel the same way. When you remain faithful to God after a relationship heartbreak, He will give you even better relationship in someone that you will end up marrying. So always remember mga kapatid na pag nasasaktan ka man, hindi yan para sa'yo. Kung for example, tinanggal ka sa trabaho, mayroong mas better pa sa trabaho na yun sa'yo. Kung iniwan ka man ng boyfriend mo, mas mayroong pang tao na darating sa'yo na para talaga sa'yo. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways are not my ways, declares the Lord. For as a heaven are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts. You may also like. So, may mga plano ang Panginoon na maganda is para sa atin. So, yung last verse na yon, Isaiah 55:8-9, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are ways is not my ways, my ways declares the Lord. Yung mga plano niya, hindi niya plano, yung mga plano natin, hindi niya plano. For the heavens are higher than the earth. So, are we may higher than your ways and my thoughts higher than your thoughts. So always remember God's plans is good for us. Our plans will be always failure. So hopefully meron kayo ng intindihan. Comment down below mga kapatid kung meron kayo ng intindihan. So that's all for this evening. Minsan may distraction but continue to share the words of God. Thank you and God bless and bye-bye.